Oh, are you okay with this recording, Jay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You have your messages? Okay, good. All right, question number 1. What is your experience with photography, filmmaking, etc.?
My experience with photography and filmmaking, well, besides doing it as my own hobby, away from school, I'm part of PCC's OCC. I'm the co-Ourstorian for them, and so some of the jobs that I've done were help organizing the all-cast photo shoot. This means creating a color palette and a Pinterest board, working with costumes and programs and our MCMs over there, and creating a cohesive color palette and look for photo shoot, as well as doing headshots and group shots, and also creating the hype video and filming at all the practices, and also doing the countdown videos as well. And then also I've shadowed Will, our current Ourstorian, and taken photos at GBMs, and also taken photos at major KP events like High School CoreCon, which is really fun, and also Makasama.
What pillar of KP do you feel this position falls under, and why?
I think this position falls under social and cultural, because I feel like Ourstorian is part of the social pillar, because you're marketing what KP is and representing what the club is, its events, and especially the people, and showing that off through our platforms. And also cultural, because since we are the Filipino club and you're taking photos of the events and the people, you're showing or representing our culture through our members. And,
What is your understanding of KP's Our Story? How will you seek to find more information about our story?
I think KP, our story, from what I've learned through GBMs and past events, is basically the history of how KP was founded and all its events. The good and the bad. I understand that KP was founded off of kind of superficial reasons at first, but then it started to grow, and through community outreach like CORE and student retention like STAR, we were able to create a community that not only empowers its students but also shows diversity and inclusivity. And I think that through learning from our story, I would want to learn more by being transparent with the history, and also also showing that can you repeat the second part of the question?
Yeah, it's how will you seek to find more information about our story?
Like how I would seek is through events and being transparent with the history, so that we don't erase our history, the good and the bad, but also learn from it and move forward.
Okay. As Ourstorian, you will be working closely with MCM to manage and maintain KP's social media. How do you plan on effectively communicating with them in order to maintain this media?
I plan on effectively communicating with MCM through creating a bond with them, not just like very superficial, just work relationship, but getting to know them in a way that our values can intertwine, and that our vision of KP moving forward is cohesive and clear, so that we move as a unit instead of conflicting with each other, and sort of communicating ideas. And I think this can be done through planning ahead and looking at the calendar, reminding each other, and also doing one-on-ones so we'll get to work together and bounce off each other's ideas.
Many other organizations equivalent of Ourstorian is often referred to as Historian. Why do you think KP has decided to title this position Ourstorian as opposed to Historian?
I think the name Ourstorian is more accurate than historian because I think historian implies that it's already in the past and it's towards history, while Ourstorian is specifically focused on KP's story now and present. And I think with historian, you're kind of going through a biased lens and you're kind of from an outside perspective, but as an Ourstorian, you're fully immersed in the community, and so that you're part of KP itself and you want to show KP's story in an accurate, inclusive way.
Next year not being a 5th anniversary year, you wouldn't have any major events to plan. What are some programmatic ideas you have so that your position isn't redundant?
Some ideas I've been thinking about for implementing, that's not because of the media galleries. This year, I was thinking of creating a recap video at Sayawan, and I think that would be really cool because I know it's like also when you announce the next generation of KP leaders. So I think it would be nice to have like all the work that the leaders have done and the events kind of showcased in a way that's like, you know, when you're like at a debut or something and they have like that sort of like that video, like how like the little girl has grown up and blah blah blah. And I feel like for KP, like having that sort of video at like Sayawan, which is very debut like, is kind of like, it'll be really cute and it'll be like that leadership's babies, literally KP, and seeing how that progressed throughout the year would be a really cool thing. Also, I was thinking there's this trend on TikTok where you make like a little memory capsule out of like Altoid mints or something of you kind of like decorate the inside with I was thinking of doing like a mini time capsule because I'm very I love physical photographs and having something like physical, but I do love taking digitals as well. But I was thinking like taking like videos, or not videos, but photos, and doing a little photo booth thing and then printing out in like small photos to put inside the mint thing. It's also cheaper because it's so small. And I think it would be cool to have like people decorate and at the end of the year and also show off photos and just the media taken throughout the year and have like a physical memorabilia for people to have.
Okay, so you've answered all the questions.
No, I think we can conclude. Do you have any questions for us?
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you did good. Yeah. Okay.